What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Socrates, here to give you guys, I guess it's a review. It's a review amongst other things. So I'll be talking about the finale of The Real Housewives of Atlanta and also give you all some additional commentary. Um, because I'm going to have to talk to Drew in this video. So let's go ahead and just run this thing down, shall we? The episode pretty much starts with just a general wrap up of everything that's been going on with the ladies. Um, and the big takeaways, if there are any, is Candy has a day dedicated to her in her restaurant Blaze. So congrats to her. Uh, Mike and Cynthia talk about getting a house in Atlanta rather than in, I believe, LA. And I'm not sure if this is going to help Cynthia stay on the show. So I think for them, they may want to wait on that. But I believe it was Cynthia recommending that she uses her house as an Airbnb, which is a fantastic idea. And the thing is, and I say this all the time, like I understand, when the market, is prominent and whatnot, people like to sell and get a better return on their house, all this other stuff. But as African Americans, we need to, stop being quick to sell land because we're very, very quick to sell land, which is not a great idea. But whatever, whatever. Um, Anything else with the other ladies there? No. So then we got Drew um having her son Josiah go meet with his biological father. I do want to say I don't like this whole old daddy new daddy thing because it's way too much there. And what I want to say is if she really did want her child to have a relationship with his father, she would have been a little bit more proactive with taking him, to see him while he was in jail, prison, whichever institution he was in. Not to say that I don't want it to come off as he made a mistake, so she has to do this. Not necessarily, but if you really want him to have that relationship, there are things that you can do to ensure that it is going on. Point blank, and the period. But the whole old daddy, new daddy thing, like that right there, it does nothing but breed confusion. That is all that it does. And again, I find it to be funny that, and I'm not saying that Ralph is not a good father, but you just said previously the whole him going to Tampa. We heard that one other time, and that's when you came back from the girls trip. We ain't heard nothing else from it. You mentioned how Ralph treats Josiah different than the children that you two have together in your union. But now he's the greatest father and the greatest husband in the whole entire world. See, at first, I really was trying to hold out for Drew, and because she's from Chicago, I'm from Chicago, despite the fact she's from the South Side. The West Side doesn't really deal with the South Sides like that, but nevertheless, you're from Chicago. Trying to hold out hope. You've royally disappointed me. Royally disappointed me. And for you to try out 3 times for this show, and this is what the hell you gave us, mind you, if we're going to keep it all the way 100, both she and Kenya, for the most part, have carried this season on their back in terms of who the hell has storylines. Just being honest here. But they meet with Josiah's biological father, I guess, in a neutral place. And she kept bringing up the fact that he's late, he's not on time, and this and that and this and that and this and that, and it's almost like you are going out of your way to make him look bad because even if he is late, certain things don't have to be discussed. It doesn't. But you chose to do that. The son was very disinterested. I know a lot of people were saying the child was being disrespectful. Here's the reality. Yes, one respect is learned at home, most definitely. But at the same exact time, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because I know that I'm going to roll to piss some people off. All I'm going to say is this: the child is who the child is. He wasn't interested. He showed that. And the thing is, what y'all wanted, what everybody wanted, because I'm not going to get on the whole respecting, but what everybody wanted is they wanted this child to sit here and pretend. So y'all trying to show this child at a very young age how to sit here and lie about how you feel, lie about your emotions, lie about all these other things. Let the child live in his truth. If he don't see it for him, he don't see it for him. Quiet as kept, loud as it is, he didn't even want to fucking be there. Anyway, so moving on. We have the party. I think it was Friendsmas party. Because we have to have some type of cast event. Hold on, wait. Was it the next scene? Because I didn't take notes. I'm literally just giving y'all this off the. I believe that is the very next thing. Who cares if I missed something? It wasn't important to me. But we can talk about it in the comments. So it's Friendsmas. They decide to do, I believe it's White Elephant. It was initially going to be $100 gifts, but then it went up to $1,000 to appease the women. But at the same exact time, if I am doing this, if I don't like you like that, if I don't fuck with you, and if this is not truly my friend group, why am I going to spend $1,000 gift? Spend $1,000 on a gift for you? To me, it makes absolutely no sense. So Marlo just could not make it. So Marlo had her gift sent via her nephews, if I'm not mistaken. Portia and Drew, they came together and they were 3 hours late, and they even showed that Portia has been late to all these different functions this season. Now, what Andy needs to do is Andy needs to start docking her pay or making her feel the consequences, just like he did to Robin Dixon on Potomac, because the thing is they have call sheets and all that other stuff, so when you need to be somewhere. Now, yes, there will be unforeseen circumstances here and there, yet at the same exact time, and again, maybe this is the military enemy, because to be early is to be on time, to be on time is to be late, being late never happens, and it's always this whole thing of being 10 minutes early, and I tend to be earlier than that, and I even have cushion time where if something can happen, I plan for it. And if I happen to be someplace an hour early, I'd rather be sitting there for an hour than be rolling up 10, 15, 20 minutes late, especially when it's dealing with business. That's not me. That's not what I do. So if you have a call sheet and you know what time you need to be there, then you need to sit here and you need to backtrack in terms of planning to make sure that not only everything that needs to get done gets done, but also to make sure that you need to be where you need to be. Andy, you need to do a better job of sitting here docking these motherfuckers' pay. Stop fucking playing with us. Stop playing with us, because that's not fair to the other people there that are showing up to do a job. It's definitely not fair. And I believe it was Kenya that was just like, let's get this show on the road. We ain't finna wait, because I would have been royally pissed to be sitting there waiting 3 hours. And just to be all the way honest, I probably would have been disrespectful as fuck when they came into the room. If that's me and I'm sitting here, we have a job to do and you're 3 hours late with no explanation really as to why you were late. Oh, I'm finna sit here and I'm about to talk cash money shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't. But anyway, they decide that, not Latoya, Portia and Drew would get numbers 1 and 2, meaning they will be the first two to pick, meaning that ultimately they're probably going to get the worst of the worst in terms of the gifts. The only gift that I really want to talk about is Drew. Now, Drew, you had a gift inside of a gift inside of a gift. So your gifts was a pet cage with your wig from your first episode on, if I'm not mistaken. The wig that Kenya and Latoya had a problem with. There was also a donation to the Humane Society, which I believe was $100, and then a cassette tape and a boombox to play some messages. Now let's roll. Now I'm gonna go in the order that I just said. So the first thing is this wig. You saying that the wig did cost $1,000. In what year? In what year? And at the same exact time, to sit here and give it was a gag gift, and we understand it. My thing is, if you're going to give a gag gift, you should probably have the real gift right alongside. Like, ha ha ha, have your moment, but here's the real gift. But we didn't get that, so that was very tacky, very very tacky. And then the $100 donation to the Humane Society, fine, but why wasn't it just $1,000 donation? I'm just saying. But again, you're trying to play on this whole thing of, well, you said my hair was a pet, so here you go. Oh, here's also a donation to the Humane Society. Very, very dry. Like, you were trying to hit for something that didn't happen. And then what really made you look foolish is your assistant decided to record parking lot. My thing is this, if that's what he wanted to do, that's perfectly fine. But the fact that he did it with the intention of sending it to you for you to sit here and blast her, that's very, very devious. Very, very devious. And what I'm going to spend the rest of this review doing is we're going to talk about your spirituality. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So this happens. and you decide to sit here and spray this woman. And all that we got from that is that he liked her. But because of a situation that he was in prior, he ain't trying to do that, especially knowing that she is still legally married. So he's not trying to do anything. So your receipts were wet. The ink bled all over. It made no sense. Don't know what the hell you were doing. And then here you are trying to condemn her, where you had a very man mindset. And me being a man, I can say that, where your mindset is very, patriarchal. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. The coffee has not fully, got into my body. But ultimately, what I'm trying to say is you do what a lot of us men do, where rather than own up to our own shit, we want to sit here and blame the woman. And then what you decided to do is you decided to use the Bible to sit here and condemn this woman, saying that she has the Delilah spirit. That's cute. That's cute. But it's not like she took from him. Because with Delilah, she was trying to get, the secret to his strength. And every time he gave her a falsehood, she tried to play on it, which I don't understand why Sansa did not catch on the first time, the second time that she did it, but whatever. And when he finally told her what the real root of his strength was, is when his hair got cut, and then he literally was brought down, and he had one final moment of glory. But you really want to equate her to that. Now, I'm away. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this review before I go down this rabbit hole. And I probably should give y'all a trigger warning. If you are a Christian, you're probably not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but that's okay because I don't care. So you have her trying to sit here and put all of this on, Latoya. And Candy had to let her know. So you really try to sit here and make it seem like she was the reason for anything. If this man wanted to do something, it's because he wanted to do it. Point blank and the period. That simple. And as a woman trying to sit here and take down another woman and literally try to make it seem like she is such a temptress, that she was able to sit here, come in, prey on this man, destroy this man and his workings. Like, you are not only trying to discredit her, but what you also doing is, in essence, using a dog whistle and then trying to sit here and rally the salad bar Christians like yourself to sit here and comfort this woman. And all for what? Because if you wanted your baby to be blessed, the christening, again, your mother is a pastor. Could your mother not do it? But anyway, that's none of my business. Again, we throwing stuff out there because ain't your mama still living with you? So she couldn't do it? Okay, all right. So Toya comes in, and of course, let Drew tell it, this is God working because she just happens to walk in when this is going on, which I'm probably sure production she was probably already there. Production probably told her, hold up, go in now. More than likely. Because she wasn't supposed to be there. She walks in, it's this big old, discussion. Look, Latoya is through with it. I'm through with it too. And she pretty much told us, like, why you so worried? You need to be worried about what your man was doing. Okay, your man was down in Florida, trying to get with a chick like me because he want a chick like me and not like, and the whole nine. And they're going back and forth. She picks up this dry ass wig that Drew was trying to give to Kenya. And let me say this right quick. And her intentions was to give that to Kenya. But had the white elephant not played out that way, that gift would have went to someone else, which any of the other women probably would have went there with Drew. But she throws the wig over her head, and now Drew wants to sit here and fight. Okay, cool. It didn't touch you. That was an aggressive gesture. Okay, cool. I'll take that. She's having to be restrained. She is looking very, very crazy. You're trying to have this altercation in someone else's house. So you want to sit here and fire her because she threw a wig over your head, but you did not want to fire her when she physically grabbed your arm and then decided to talk to you about what it is that your husband is doing. Because that actually would have been the time to sit here and whoop her ass when she physically put her hand on you, not her throwing this tacky ass wig in your direction, but nevertheless. And ultimately, that's it. That happened. I mean, you had carolers coming up. You had Kenya trying to escort Toya out and even in essence turn into a mother type figure, like get in the car, which I understand that because again, my drunk days in Korea and having to, be the sober one, even though none of us are sober, trying to keep situations from happening and having to get the fuck in the car. I get it. I get it. Because again, shit can be embarrassing. These cameras are still rolling. Get your ass in the car before you embarrass yourself further. But that's that. But back to you, Drew. See, I have a problem with a lot of Christians because of the simple fact, and I hear this so much, and I've had conversations with bishops and with pastors, apostles, damn near the whole gambit. Because y'all sit here and y'all tend to cling on to what Paul said, that we don't live by the law. So my thing is, if you don't live by the law, then why is it that you use the law to sit here and condemn people? I cannot stand that. And then if you are truly Christian, and look, because look, we finna have to talk right here. And I don't monetize my videos anyway, right? So it doesn't really matter. Because rather than sit here and the early Christians listen to what the disciples said, the 11, because we know number 12, then I went on somewhere. I won't say the glory. But rather than listen to the disciples, you listen to a man that was sitting here persecuting and killing Christians who saw a vision of the Lord, decided to give his life over. So someone that never knew Jesus, y'all want to believe that person over the people that actually knew him. Okay. And then so you have the original 11 who are living by the law, yet you have this person that never knew him telling you you don't have to live by the law, which is where the divide between the Jews and the Christians actually happened, because the early Christians were still considered Jews, but once they said we won't live by the law, this is when that divide happens. History moment for your ass. So you have this, but with current day Christianity, every time somebody wants to condemn someone, they go to the Old Testament to do it. But you don't live by the Old Testament, because we can literally sit here and line by line tell somebody what you are doing wrong in your life. But you want to sit here and use the same thing that you claim that you don't live by to condemn somebody else. What type of foolishness is that? And to be all the way completely honest, if you really truly are a Christian, you should really only be paying attention to Mark, Luke, and Matthew. And we can just go ahead and tack John on the end of that. But those first three should be the main ones. And then that Jesus then giving you the blueprint on how you should be acting. Because Jesus never went around saying he condemning none of the whores that he was surrounded by them, never condemned them, but loved them and had to pull them away. But see, Drew, you a different type of treacherous, because it seemed like you set this woman up because one, you're bringing to the show something that happened behind the scenes. So now it's on the show. The difference between what you're doing and what Kenya did is, no matter if people say that the cameras were covered, most, if not all, cameras have a mic in it, a listening device. So though there may have been no video, there still would have been audio. So it still happened on the show. This didn't happen on the show, but then you bring it on the show. You're exposing things that is happening with this woman that are very, very much personal and spiritually related. And for you to be a woman of God, that is something that you do not do. And if you do want to reprimand, the Bible clearly states, if you are to sit here and reprimand, that you take that person to the side and you deal with them. If they don't listen to you, then you grab an elder. That's what the books say. But you didn't do that. You want to sit here, you want to literally try to nail this woman and make her out to be something that she isn't. And then to sit here and make it seem as if she is preying on a man of God. And this is another thing that I cannot stand about most Christians, because I've had a similar situation that I've dealt with last year before I came back to Chicago, where I'm dealing with people where one moment it's fine, I'm the resident Jew, there's not an issue there, and I was going to my brother's church because I was with them when I was in North Carolina, and then all of a sudden I'm the worst person. We talking in circles, you talking about me to me, but you won't direct it to me. So this boldness that you're supposed to have as a Christian, you're not displaying. And then having people where it's the title, because one person that I was talking to wanted to try to check me, talking about some, because I said the woman's name. She's like, minister so. I'm like, no, Karen. because here's the thing, I'm a minister. If we for all intents and purposes, damn it, I'm a minister. But she's not a pastor because the pastor's still the bishop. So you're just a minister. I don't have this like that title really means nothing. And with the whole prophet thing, most of the time, most people don't go around calling somebody a prophet. They most of the time is this person has the gift of prophecy, but never calling somebody prophet. But again, it's all this other subtle stuff. But how is it that rather than holding the person of God, in this case, man of God, to the cross, you want to sit here and try to nail this woman to the cross? I don't get it. I do not get it. And maybe this could be a conversation that we can have a hell of a lot later because I know somebody probably like you have the audacity. Yeah, I do. I actually do. I have the audacity to sit here and call that shit out. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because again, all like I'm not mad at the picking of the choosing. Because if you want to pick and choose what you want to live your life by, that's one thing. But to sit here and pick and choose what you want to sit here and put on somebody else, that is completely and utterly wrong. Especially when you want to sit here and run down her whole facts. But did you not have a baby out of wedlock? Were you not just sitting here busting it wide open for Bolo? Like there's a lot of stuff that Drew did this season that if we mirror it to the Bible, you come out looking so dirty. So dirty. I think that's all I got because if I stay on here longer, I'm really gonna go down a road that I really wouldn't care to go down. Like I don't care because I mean, who gonna check me, boo? But I'm gonna save everything else in my energy for the panel tonight. So I hope to see you all there. I do owe you all New Jersey three reviews of that. I haven't watched the latest, so I'm going to do my best to watch that episode and then just come on and just do a real quick record. I don't know if I'm going to do all three together or all three separate, but damn it, we shall see. But that is all that I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you all, if not for the the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I'll see you all tonight for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. Peace.